This is People of the State of Michigan versus Brian Green. This is file 2023253, and Mr. Green is appearing by video with his attorney, Mr. Bush, and Mr. Blair is the assigned special counsel as a prosecutor. And so it's set for status conference today with trial set for June 22nd. The charge is a charge of operating while intoxicated, third offense, which is a felony punishable by up to 5 years and or a fine of anywhere from $500 to $5,000, and if not sentenced to prison, then mandatory probation with at least 30 days to 1 year in jail, 48 hours to be served consecutively, cost of prosecution, emergency response, and vehicle immobilization. And so we're here today for status conference, and I'm told the matter is not resolved. Is that right, Mr. Bush?
That's accurate, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Blair, for the record, just what is your last best offer?
Your Honor, the people are offering to allow the defendant to plead guilty to a misdemeanor operating while intoxicated second offense. That would make the maximum punishment up to a year in the county jail, but would obviously leave open for the court to simply sentence to probation or the mandatory minimum 5 days in jail that they're required to impose in this matter. That is the offer in the case.
Mr. Bush, is that correct?
That is the offer, Your Honor.
And that was conveyed to Mr. Green and rejected. Is that also correct?
That is correct.
All right, thank you. All right, Mr. Blair, you're new to this case. You were just recently assigned. The prosecutor had previously filed a witness list back when the case started. I asked you to review it again just to be sure that everyone's there that you need, and if you need to adjust it, please do so as soon as possible. The same thing with you, Mr. Bush. Mr. Marvin had filed a witness list. If you see the need for any others, please make sure you modify it as soon as possible. Both sides answer ready for trial is my understanding.
Defense counsel is ready, Your Honor.
Okay.
I would just, on June 22nd, I would kind of ask the court if I could have an inquiry of where we are on the list to have a trial. I'm scheduled to also be in trial on the 22nd here in my own county as well. So I know these kind of get conflicted and cause problems when we're doing two counties. So I don't mean to be a pain, but I have to ask the court.
No, that's fine. And, you know, we are all statewide in this land of taking care of backlogs. So everyone needs to get their schedules. And I appreciate that you're from Van Buren and you have your own cases to handle. We have several cases set for trial that day that are in custody, and as everyone knows, those cases take precedence over the out of custody, and then the civil cases just wait. So yeah, we have several cases set for trial. You want an adjournment to a later date at this point, or do you want me just to leave you on there? And I don't know that the next time it comes up, we're still not going to be in the same boat where we have in custodies that are going to bump you anyway.
If the court's okay, I would prefer just to go ahead and adjourn it so I can try and coordinate my docket a little easier rather than having, because I'm actually in the same boat you guys are down there, which is I've got on the 22nd, we have several cases scheduled. Some are in custody, some are out, but I don't know if we work through our in custodies, we could wind up with the out of custodies going to trial, which is what I have at least, I think, one or two of scheduled that day. So,
Mr. Bush, any objection to adjourning this one time?
No, I think that would be served well. I would just recently learned the phone numbers of the endorsed defense witnesses, and I will be contacting them. So I think that would help everybody in preparation.
All right, then. Mr. Green, I'll adjourn the case at this point in order to accommodate everybody. Both the attorneys are new to this case in the sense that they didn't start with it. I'll adjourn it, and then we'll have a better idea next month of just a firm trial date for you, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you, Mr. Green.
Thank you.
That concludes our hearing for the day. Oh, yes, sir.
Sorry.
Wait a minute.
Before we let Mr. Green go, can I inquire of what kind of bond conditions like drug testing or alcohol testing are on Mr. Green? I know he's been on bond for quite a while, but these types of cases always concern me because when they don't really stop using once they're charged, and I don't know what type of conditions the court has. I guess I would ask.
He is to abstain from all use of any controlled substance, alcohol, subject to test upon demand of any police officer, no weapons, no assaultive behavior, and when he got arrested in February before COVID even hit, there was no testing requirements for him. So he's not subject to testing, and our DRC isn't is testing, but not quite as regularly, so he is subject to test upon demand, though.
Your Honor,
Yes, sir.
I am testing. I just started a couple weeks ago.
Okay, good. So he is testing now.
Okay, good. That's all I
So
was curious
DRC got back up and going, okay?
about. Okay, good.
All right, good, Mr. Green.